Hi everyone, this is MJ. You are at my channel called Reading This Life, and in today's video, this is going to be episode 2 in my series of Kobo versus Kindle. And remember, before we get started, to like this video, comment down below and let me know what is your absolute favorite feature on your e-reader, whether it's Kobo or Kindle. Okay, so if you remember from my previous video, which is episode 1 of this series, Kobo versus Kindle, I picked up a Kobo at the Amazon Prime Day sale. It was an offer I absolutely regretted not doing last year and took advantage of this year. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't really used it. I charged it fully and I'm at 89%, and that was about 2 weeks ago. And the reason I haven't been using it is because all of my library holds have been coming through on here, and this is my Kobo. So what I'd like to do, since most people are familiar with Kindles and not Kobos, I would just give you a brief overview of some of the awesome features of Kobo and how it ties into libraries, which I think is just like the #1 feature that sold me on this device. So this is the Kobo Libra H20, which means it's waterproof. I have it in an origami case. This is made by Kobo. And the origami case kind of just does these little flip things here so you can prop it up. It's magnetic. It has a magnetic closure, so when you close the cover, it will automatically go to sleep. After a certain period of time, the device will shut off and it will have a screensaver. So right now, this is the book that I'm reading. This is Our Wives Under the Sea, which is really, really good. And it's one book. Someone told me about it on Booktube, and I have no idea who. So if you read this book, let me know in the comment section down below, because you may have told me about this book, and right now I am loving it. But as you can see here, it is powered off. And it is telling me that powered off, and it's telling me that I have 6 hours to go to finish this book, which I appreciate that feature because it's almost accurate, I think. Okay, so I'm going to insert footage here. I took my Kobo outside. Also this morning when I woke up, there was a software update that comes through often. So it's nice getting software updates because you know that they are thinking about the Kobo users and what their preferences are and what the updates contain. So I included that information. It was actually really, really good update today. The one downfall with Kobo though is that it takes time to start up. It's the only thing. Kindle would already be up and running by now. Kobo takes a little time. And the ebooks from Kobo are run through Walmart on the internet, but you can also get them from your phone as well. Okay, so I'm going to cut to the footage that I took, and then I will see you at the end. I just woke up and I made myself a cup of coffee and I turned on my Kobo to start reading, and I got this nice little update, and the update says that they have added a thing where you can pinch to change your font size. That is very handy for someone that is a little older and needs a little bigger font. Zoom lock, turning pages and PDFs. Okay, cool. Let's see what else they say. General improvements, bug fixes, improve stability, add more dictionaries. Nice. Okay. Good job, Kobo. Outside with the Kobo. It's booting up. You can see the sun is right there. Okay, so this is the home screen. You can see it has some books that I had that have expired, one that I'm reading from a different library. We also have my books, one that I downloaded that I haven't read yet. It just remembers everything that you have. We can borrow ebooks from the library. We can view my holds at the library. So right now this is the home screen that you see after you turn your Kobo on. It has the date, the time, the brightness level, the Wi-Fi connection, the battery life, any alarms or notification. I think that might be for sleep. This button is to refresh and this is to search. So we're going to go into my books. Okay, and we have tells you how many days you have left, where you're at with them. This one expired, that one I returned already. So this is all library books. I've never purchased a book from my Kobo. So if we go back home, no, you can also do authors. Let's explore that. I guess these are just different authors I may have downloaded. I don't know. Some of these don't even sound familiar. Like, I don't know who Julia Armfield is. That's for notifications. Okay, so let's get out of here. Series. I'm not a series person. Dresden, well, I did start the Dresden Files, that's true. Vintage Contemporaries, Mindfulness Essentials, Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, that was really good. Shades of Magic. I downloaded that, I didn't read it though. Collections, you can create and name collections. I've never done that. I should do that though. Okay. So if we go under Discover, okay, so it will have ebooks that I own. I don't have any. Was it going to bring up ones that it wants me to buy? I know I don't have any, so I'm just going to go Overdrive. Okay, so here's a screen that pops up for Overdrive. One catalog, 2 great ways to read. Borrow any Kobo ebook that's also available from your public library, or buy a copy of your own to read it at your leisure. So you got it. Okay, so it has recommended books, featured ebook savings. That's like the deal of the day. So if we go recommended, and it will just give you a nice selection. You can buy it, you could do a wish list. If you've already read it, you could check it. If you're not interested, you could check it, and I guess it learns based on your answers. Okay, so if we do related reads. Okay, so this is related reads to stories that you may have downloaded, stories that you may have read. And if we go top pick, ooh, I am outside, so there's bugs. Top picks. Featured ebook savings from the Brooklyn Public Library. Books that are trending on TikTok. What do you think about that trend? Books that are trending on TikTok. Okay. This is one of my holds I read about on the New York Times, Her Majesty's Royal Coven. Looked interesting. Road trip books. That's cool. I like when they have different selections like that. Okay, so then if you go under more, you'll have my wish list, my articles. Oh, what did I click? That's reading stats. Activity, beta features, settings, and help. Beta features really will bring you up a browser, I believe. Settings is where you would go to manage your Overdrive. So if we go Overdrive, right there. Okay, so Overdrive is right here, and that's how you will enter your public library card number and your password, and it will link up to your Overdrive.
and you will be able to go here and check out your holds or borrow ebooks from your public library. So it says I have one hold here for Her Majesty's Royal Coven. And these are really all library books, which is really cool. That's Watson. Okay. So that's basically just the quick overview of what you get with your Kobo. Now, again, I've never purchased a library book. These are all books. Whoops. I'm sorry. I've never purchased a book through Kobo. I've only purchased, not even purchased, I downloaded library books. I'm going to start reading this one now because my hold is going to run out. Our Wives Under the Sea. Let me know. Oh, that's where that name's from. Let me know if you have read this book. It says, deeply romantic and fabulously strange. Sounds like it's right up my alley. Okay. So we're just going to flip through. Table of contents about the author. This is from Flatiron Books. Okay, and you can see I'm just tapping on the screen and it's taking me to where we need to go. So if I tap over here, it's going to take us forward. If I tap over here, it'll take us backward. And there's also buttons on the side, 2 buttons, an up and a down. If I page up, it'll take me to the next screen. And if I page down, it'll take me backwards. Okay, and basically that's it. Now, there was an update that I talked about earlier. It said that if you do this, see, look what it did. Just by shrinking to your preference of font, it will magically reset your font. Let's go real big. Boop. Yes. No, I don't need it that big. Shrink it down. There. Perfect. So that's the update that came out with the most recent releases. You can simply just make your font bigger or smaller based on pinching your fingers. I think that's too big. Too big. Hi, buddy. That should be perfect. Okay, good. All right, so that is that part of this, and you can tell that there's not, I mean, the sun is approximately right over my head, and there is not a lot of glare on this. There is not a lot of shine. It almost has like a matte type of a finish. The screen is a little warm. It's not frantically hot. I do sit out here quite a bit with my Kobo. I've never had any type of malfunctioning, any type of restart or anything like that. So it has been very, very good in the sun. No complaints. The black on the side is normal, absorbing the heat, but the actual screen feels the same. It's actually cool to the touch with a little warmth. Okay. So the next feature I'm going to show you, I'm not sure if the Kindle has it or not, but it is basically like a little stat for the book that you are reading. It gives you a breakdown as to how long it takes you to go through a chapter, how many hours are left in reading the book, etc., etc. So let's get into the book that I'm currently reading. And if you just click anywhere, it's going to take you to your menu, wrong one, your menu screen. Okay, so I just opened up the settings screen. You have preferences to the header, the footer, and you could change those easily. You can invert your buttons for previous or next. Let's see. You could refresh the screen every chapter, reading orientation, if you're turning it, etc., etc. Pinch to adjust font size, that's brand new. Swipe left edge to adjust brightness, that's kind of new as well. Page forward or back by tapping or swiping. So this little bar stat here, whoops. The bar graph. So it will tell you that I'm in this chapter, I'm 58% read of this chapter. I have 13 minutes to go. The next chapter is only going to take me 2 minutes to read. And based on my reading habits, it's telling me I have 7.5 hours to go to complete the book, which is, it's interesting to see those stats for sure. You can, I like going by percentages because of the font, it screws up the actual page numbers. But you can you do that? But you can go into here and you can change your footer to how many pages are left in the book, the percent read, or the time remaining in the book, or you could shut it off entirely if you want. I like the percentage because that gives me a good method of knowing where I'm at. Okay, so that's that. And then we'll just get out of this. Okay. And let's go home. Okay, so that is your little overview of the Kobo. If you have any specific questions, list them down below in the comment section and I will try to answer them for you.
Okay, so I hope that little overview of the Kobo was helpful to you, especially if you're going to make a decision regarding Kindle or Kobo. The Overdrive account, if you use Libby, Libby is powered through Overdrive. So if you have an Libby account, that is the same thing as Overdrive. And you would be able to utilize that for the Kobo. Also, if you are interested in reading library books, check your state information. Where I live, if you are a resident of this state, you have the opportunity to tap into a major library system. No matter where you live, as long as you are a resident of that state. So I would check to see what libraries are in your state's capitals, see if there's any opportunity for that. I live in the state of Pennsylvania, and the Philadelphia Free Library System is open to every single resident within the state of Pennsylvania. The library system is massive. It has audiobooks, it has ebooks, there are television shows, I believe. It is just overwhelming sometimes, and is also fantastic. I also belong to an out-of-state library in New York City, and I pay $50 a month. No, $50 a month. I wouldn't pay $50 a month. $50 a year for that. And that library has a very eclectic collection. I think they have some pretty decent celebrities on the board, which may help their circulation picks. I don't know. But all of the obscure titles that I look for, I can find in my New York library as opposed to Pennsylvania library. So I don't know what that means, but whatever. So absolutely, if you have a Libby account, that means you have an Overdrive account and you are able to tap into the Kobo device using that. Also, did you know on Overdrive, you can request book titles from the libraries that you belong to. You make a suggestion to them. If there is a title that is a new release and your library has not purchased it yet, you can search for it and a list of books will come up, and not any of them will be the ones that you are looking for. It will not be a match. Underneath, it'll say, would you like to make a suggestion? You type in the title. It should bring up the accurate cover and the author, and then you would say suggest, and you put in your email address, and they send it to the library staff, and if they will purchase it, they will send you an email and automatically put a hold on it for you, which is a fantastic service. I have utilized that a lot. I think you're able to recommend 5 books per month maybe for your library to purchase, and it's just great, especially if you're looking for a title that may be left of the dial. Okay, and the one feature that I really don't like about Kobo, and this is just a pet peeve of mine, is, okay, so I opened up to the page that I am at. You can see that. All right. You can see that. It dog ears your page. That's your bookmark. It dog ears your page. I mean, come on. Dog earring is a pet peeve of mine. I can't take it. I can't stand it. I don't like it. I don't like doing it. And every time I have to do it, I get a little triggered. Okay, everyone, so that is all that I have here this week from my Kindle versus Kobo series. I am hoping, I don't know if it's going to happen in August because, believe it or not, all of my August picks are physical books. I have them all. So I don't know how much I'm going to be using my Kindle. I think I may be putting off until September, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I will let you know. I'm still going to play around with it. I'm still going to look for Kindle Unlimited. I did download a bunch of different titles. So we'll see where I'm at. And maybe if there's a title that is a physical copy and I want to be able to put it on here, I'll see if I can find it in Kindle Unlimited just so I could start using this a little bit more. But yeah. So right now it's still Kobo wins over Kindle, round 2. Okay, everyone, so I hope you are all staying safe and taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. I will be back again later in the week, probably with a tag video. And I'll probably be posting most of the weekend because I have some free time and I'm trying to get caught up on tags and videos and everything, and reading as well. So I hope you are all hanging in there, you're reading awesome things, and I will see you in my next video. So until next time, goodbye for now.